Hey guys, welcome to this tutorial for Cobblestone. I know it's still a bit up in the air really, a lot of people don't know many smokes for it, so I thought I'd try and help with that. It's going to have 17 smokes, 2 Molotovs and 6 flashbangs. Okay, for this first smoke you want to come to this side area here. We call it side, a lot of people might call it long. And it's going to smoke off the door of the connector. So once you're here, you're going to want to come up to these red bars, and you want to come to the left one, line yourself up in the middle and aim at the top of these 2 battlements in the middle and throw. So it's as easy as that, and it'll smoke off connected door. Okay, for this next smoke, you're going to once again come to the same area, and you're going to want to jam yourself in the corner next to the arch. You want to aim at this middle battlement here on the left hand side of the black square in the middle. You'll see a slight black splodge on the left hand side of it. You're going to come slightly in from that, and then jump through. The smoke's going to fly across the A site, and it's going to bounce off the far wall of the balcony area, and drop down and completely smoke off all of balcony. As you can see here, you come in here, you can't see anything coming up to balcony. Once you're in the balcony area, you can't see anything from there. This smoke's from the left side of the truck on A site, and you want to come to the same area again. You want to line yourself up with this window, roughly in the middle. And you want to come to the right battlement, go up from the dark patch in about a third, and then up to the level of the roof, and throw. It'll fly over and smoke off the left side of the truck. Okay, so this smoke's for the right side of the truck, so combined with the previous one, you can get a wall of smokes across the A site. You want to come to the same area, you want to come to the gap between the battlement, the red pipes, and the one on the right. Line yourself up roughly in the middle, aim at the corner of the roof, and throw. The smoke will bounce off the wheel of the truck, and it will smoke off the right hand side. Okay, for this next smoke, you want to come to the hay bales room, which is just off where we've just been, and you want to come to this far wall and find the second beam. So you line up yourself up in the middle, turn around and line yourself up where the roof meets the tiles on the right hand side, go slightly to the right, step and throw. This will fly across and it will land inside the hut. So recently I've noticed a bit of a new trend on this map, particularly used by Na'vi, which is the smoke of the arch on long. So you're going to want to come to this corner here, aim in line with the bottom right corner of this cardboard and the top of this spike on top of the roof and throw. It's going to fly over, bounce through these battlements, we're going to bounce to the bottom of the stairs here and smoke off the archway. You can use this to gather a lot of long control. Quite often in this map you'll find a sniper will peek at the stairs in the lower area, so to stop that just aim at this middle beam on the wooden area, run and throw, roughly when you hit that dead grass. It'll bounce off the wall and go in. I mean, this is definitely not something you have to do, it's very easy to just wing a smoke in without any issues. That's just a nicer and neater way to do it if need be. This next smoke's for the left side of the dropper in the doorway. So what we're going to want to do is come to this right hand arch here. This is in like the museum area. Come to the middle of the right hand, there's a line down the middle you line up with, and there's a dot diagonally up to the left from this lamp. This might be quite hard to see on this video, but I can assure you it is there. Once you know where it is, it's quite easy to find. So you're just going to aim at that dot, step and throw. It'll bounce down, land in the doorway here. You can now get a load of people down dropper, you know, doing A split, it's mainly what this is going to be good for. This next smoke is going to be for the window and dropper, where quite often you'll find people are holding from. So you want to come to this left hand side arch and the right hand side beam. Then you want to come to where this arch, kind of like stonework starts, on the very corner, sticking out, once again step and throw. It'll bounce down to the right hand side here, and you and your team can get down dropper and help on a B split. So the first smoke on B we're going to do, and arguably the most important, is to smoke off this kind of alleyway behind the block here. So you want to come into the corner close to the arch here. You're going to line yourself up with the top left corner of that window, and come out to your crosshairs flat. Then you just simply throw it, just go up and then come down into the alleyway and smoke it off. Because this smokes we're deep in the alley, and you want to come to the arch side of these boxes, jam yourself in the corner, and on this roof here you're going to see dots. You want to count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you're going to throw your smoke, it'll bounce off the dot, it'll bounce off the wall, off the tower, and perfectly in the middle here. Personally, I'm not a fan of this, because it's quite easy for someone just to obviously come through the smoke, kill you dropping out, and then just go back into the smoke. But it could be useful for more of a retake situation. Because this next smoke's for the statue on site. To do this, you're going to come to these boxes again. You want to be on the T side, and you're going to want to line your thumb up so you get a flat level with this wooden pole at the bottom here. Now I play on classic view models, so that might be something to note here, because it'll be different if you're on different view models. So the smoke will come down, it'll come down through this tree, it'll bounce on here, land on these lengthways stones, and then you've completely blocked off that side of sight. Okay, so this next smoke is to go for the other side of the statue, so you want to come out the archway as you would on the right hand side. You go in the middle of this wooden bit and then up. You kind of want your knuckle to be in line with the bottom of the triangle and throw. This doesn't have to be that precise because it's kind of just to the right hand side, it's more a covering smoke more than anything. That's just the best way I've found. Then if you chuck down your previous two smokes that I've shown you, the alleyway and that other statue one, you had a complete wall of smokes across the B site. Obviously these aren't exact because I've just winged them down, but you can see you can get out onto the B site, isolate any players off on the dropper, and get your bomb plant and then get into defensive positions. Okay, so this smokes for the hut at the back of the site, so you want to come to the T side of the boxes again, jam yourself in the corner, then between these two wooden poles, there's a line in the middle on the wall, you want to come up to the bottom of the lip of the wall, throw, it will bounce on these hay bales, and then it'll smoke off the left side of the hut. This is just more precise smoke to get yourself out on the plateau. So you want to come to the corner of this wall, line yourself up, aim at the top of the box, in the middle on the right hand side of the box, throw your smoke, and you can get out onto plateau, and then play your all off or get right position from here quite easily. Obviously it's quite common now for teams just to play a player out on plateau just to kind of mess you around on B site, and the obvious counter to that is to boost someone to the tree. So this is kind of the smoke that counters that counter. So you want to come into this corner again by the T boxes, you want to come to the second spike on this roof, and come straight into the tower and throw. The smoke will bounce down and it will land right in front of the tree, and the player from the tree can no longer see any of plateau. Most smokes on this map for CT are very, very wingable. However, this one I thought for this arch was one that people should definitely know, and it isn't as wingable as the others. So you want to come into this corner behind the door, you want to aim at the top of the gap in the battlement. You're going to run forward until you get to the bottom of that gap and release the smoke. So just simply run and throw. It'll bounce off the corner here and come straight into the archway. Okay, so this is the Molotov. It's exactly the same as the last smoke we did for CT. You just come into the corner once again, aim and run. It'll bounce off here and go into the arch. This is just more useful than the smoke if you've got a team that's going to be, very rush heavy or trying to put someone out into the plat. This Molotov's very easy. It's for the back corner on a site. You just kind of want to line yourself up. So you spot that roof, just get right in the middle, throw. It doesn't have to be very precise, and it'll land right in the back corner. It'll burn anyone back there and force them out into the open of the site. Now we're on to the flashbangs. This one's for B site. So it's going to go off above this roof. So you want to come to this wall, come to the far corner here. You want to aim at this battlement just above the roof here. Run, jump, it'll bounce off that and it'll go off. You can continue to push off in this time and it'll blind anyone on the site for you. This flashbang is useful if you're trying to get out a dropper, because quite often people will play, around the rock area just around here. So obviously you're just going to bounce one off the wall there, run out, follow it out, and it should blind anyone over about a rock, allowing you to get out on site nice and easily. This flashbang is useful if you're trying to get into the water area down here. So you want to kind of find the redwood area, aim at the bottom of it roughly. You want to run and release once you get onto the dead grass patch there. So as you see, it'll pop just past the door. No one has at any time or chance to turn away from it, and you can just follow it in. Okay, so for this flash, you want to come into the corner here. It's just inside the side area. You want to aim on the right hand side of this line, just above the lamp. The flash will go through the window and it'll blind anyone in here. And the best thing about it is you can follow it through without getting blind yourself. There's a nice little pop flash just for the slope area here. It's just going to be in this corner opposite the A site. And you just want to pop it off the telegraph pole like that. It'll be obscured by the tree, and you can just follow it out and shoot anyone coming up the slope. So it's the last little flash in this tutorial. You're just going to come to the connector area, and you come to this rocks on the floor. You want to line yourself up with the lip by the biggest rock. You want to hold both mouse buttons, and line yourself up between the battlements and the roof, and just throw it over. It'll go off over the top there. You can just peek through and kill anyone coming up the slope. I just want to thank everyone for watching this tutorial, and I'm hopefully going to be putting some more up for some of the other maps and more in-depth things. If you did enjoy it, please give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more. I hope ultimately this helps people on Cobblestone and gives them more of an idea of one of my favourite maps, and hoping to encourage more people to play it, because it's a very, very fun map that a lot of people are missing out on at the moment. Thanks for watching. Bye.